And here we go, a nice sunny day finally, and our crew is coming in on approach to the dock. So Cap's gonna go ahead and make his turn. A little weird, typically I don't see people come down to this end dock, unless there's just not a dock over there on the far right open, and there was, but our crew's gonna come down to the end anyway, and let's see how they do as we come in on approach. And Cap looks like he's gonna get a little dock rub action as he comes over. Oh, and we bounce off, but welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today, if you can't tell, we are down here visiting Boynton Beach. So crew will get the step off, and we went with no fenders, but nobody really has any lines completely ready either. And we've got Capitan down here today. And we see this gentleman all the time. He goes over, hangs out at Beer Can Island, and just floats around with everybody. And usually watching him get this boat on and off the trailer is a little bit of a spectacle sometimes. Kind of like we're seeing today. As you can tell, he's pushing on it, but it's just not deep enough. He doesn't have it actually in the water. Which is weird, because usually when I see him load it and unload it, it's not in the water. So switches up the approach, backed up just a little bit, and is going to try pulling off of the lines instead, but that's not going to move her. He's trying to get it though. So finally, after a few minutes of watching Cap pull, a good Samaritan comes over to kind of check out the boat, but let's see if he's going to help Captain out. Yep, there we go. He's going to go up here and try and give Cap the old push. There we go, and he'll get her floating. Still an interesting boat. I mean, even it's not just a Boynton thing. I actually saw this guy launch out of Black Point like a year ago, just randomly out of nowhere. And our next crew comes in on approach, and this one's always tough. When you've got something blocking an entire side of the boat, you really got limited range to work, as this crew really can only go for a port side dock. So they're gonna do the courtesy method, which is going to the courtesy dock over here instead of going to the actual dock at the ramp. Trying to make his approach. A lot of steering going on here, which is a little unusual for a twin engine boat. Careful, we got our guy standing in the bow, and now Cap's bringing the stern around, which is gonna kick the bow out. And quickly switches the method, going back to the bow first approach. And let's see, our guy's gonna step off on the bow and have to try and pull the boat over. They're still working on getting the stern line together. He's trying to hold on as Cap's trying to get the boat to come back around. And man, he's really kind of got it where the engines are turned that way. He doesn't need that, just the far starboard engine. Just tap it into reverse a couple times and let it slowly start to come back around. Especially with the line on the dock. And that line on the dock, you probably could tie that off to use that as a pivot point instead of the boat floating free. But our crew is struggling right this second to try and get it over. So the guy with the line is going to walk forward a little bit. There we go. Cap puts it into forward gear to kind of bring it around. Let's see if we can get the stern line off. So, Cap looks like he has him. Our guy's gonna go for the leap, and he's gonna get the easy step off, and our crew should be good to roll from here. And here comes our next crew in on approach, and we've seen these guys down here before, and they use the same method every time. Typically our girl's standing up on the gunnel, and Cap tries to come in, and she'll do the step off. So I like the approach of using the mid line instead of a bow, as she'll get a little more control once she steps onto the dock. So Cap coming in with a good approach speed. You can tell the wind's pretty light today, so nothing crazy here, and it's blowing off the dock a little bit. And looks decent on the approach. And she'll go with the slow step off, but he's got it in reverse now. Now the boat's bouncing off. She's going to have to pull on the line to get it back over. Cap tried to brake check, I believe, and he will go with the big step off, but they should be good to go. And this is not good. All right, so I was looking at something else, but all of a sudden we got this crew coming in. I can tell already that ski on the back is sinking. You can tell the stern's underwater as our guy's trying to get this thing towed in. I wonder what happened here. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. You think this is a drain plug or is it something else? So he pushes off, and man, they are just gonna make it. You can tell it's about halfway sunk at this point in time. I mean, that engine compartment's definitely flooded. You can tell by how much list it's giving as well that it is pretty darn full of water. Up to this point, they need to try and walk it up the ramp as far as they can get it up to try and keep it from taking any more water on. So, he pushes the other ski out of the way. It's one of those few times where I won't bust anybody's chops for not using lines to get the ski tied up. Is really, they just need to focus on getting this one pulled up as far up the ramp as they can, as quickly as they can. Now, I can't tell, our guy in front of the ski is staring at the front of the ski. I wonder if something's wrong up there. I mean, I didn't, oh, he's just trying to get the line off. I was like, I didn't notice anything as he was coming up. So it works to get the line off from the ski that towed him in. And the other guy is in the drink behind him still, hanging onto his ski. I'm surprised they're not a little more rushed here. In other words, they're not working very hard at trying to pull this up. Maybe they don't want to, but I mean, that's one of the keys here is you want to stop it from taking water on. So if I can pull it up onto the ramp, I might even be able to get some of the water out. But they're going to be content with just letting this one chill. So this crew's been trying for several minutes to get off the ramp, and they can't. For whatever reason, it is just stuck. They've got the truck back pretty far into the water at this point in time. As I saw on the other side, the exhaust was under the water, but they cannot get it up. So Cap has started loosening the lines on the boat, and it looks like they're going to pull the boat off the trailer to try and get this one up. And you can see still our sunk jet ski is still just sitting right there. So I'm curious, we'll get an idea of what's going on here. I mean, it's low tide. It's a possibility the trailers come off the end of the ramp. And they're definitely too deep. So, I mean, the truck is super deep where they're at. But let's see what happens as Captain gets this off and moves the boat out of the way. Takes it over to another dock. Yeah, he's pointing down to the end, letting them know to meet him down at the other dock. And then they're going to try pulling out. So, I don't see the driver of the truck trying to move forward yet. So even without the boat there, you can tell how deep it is here. If you look to the right, you can see the exhaust bubbles. The exhaust is in the water from the truck. So they are bumper deep right there. So after moving the boat, Cap's come back over. Is he getting in the water? Maybe they're stuck on something. I don't know. So Cap's in the water right there. He's touching. He's walking down the ramp. And right there, yep, that's the drop off. As you see, as he walked off the ramp, he hit the drop off and just boom, straight underwater. So I'm guessing he's swimming right here. I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going on. But I guess he swam. I don't know if he was swimming down to assess the situation or what, but again, you can kind of tell where the drop-off was, so he's going back under. But man, this truck is so deep. So there you go. She's giving it the pull. And he went down. I'm assuming he was trying to help the trailer up over, and he got it. But thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.